Hey, what's up? It's Tristan. This is another video of the drone series. In this specific video, I will cover some of the drones that I got the chance to try and why I decided on getting a DJI Mavic Air. I will share my experiences with all drones and what I liked and disliked about them and kind of what led me to make my decision. That will probably help you decide which drone you might want to get depending on what use you're going to have of it. So before buying this DJI Mavic Air, which is what I settled on, I did rent some drones before that, and I actually recommend that. It's a really good idea. There's a lot of websites out there where you can actually rent drones for a week or so, and I had a great experience doing that, and that really helped me try different models and get a feel for what I was looking for. So the first one that I ever rented was the DJI Mavic Pro. So this was my first time trying to fly a drone, and it was a really good experience. It went really smoothly. I really liked the drone. It was definitely a little bigger than I would have liked, but such a great drone to start. Very stable in the air. I mean, I flew this thing in high winds and I could not believe how stable it was. On top of that, the connectivity, the OcuSync is extremely strong and robust, so I had no issues. I didn't really lose any connection. The feed coming to the remote was extremely clear, and this was really a good sense of security when you just, flying a drone for the first time, that everything seems to be working fine. So the second drone that I ended up renting was the DJI Spunk. I wanted to see, what the lower end small drone would be capable of, and I was honestly blown away because even though it's a really small size, which is great and make it extremely portable, I could not believe how stable it was as well. I flew it in Colorado, and I had several situations where I had high winds as well, and this little drone was able to handle it and really, again, stay very stable in the air. So that was pretty amazing. The one thing that I would say about the Spunk is that since it's running on Wi-Fi, the range can be limited, especially if you're in an area where you're having interference. So I ended up flying it into a small town, and I wouldn't have thought twice about really having any interference issues, but next thing I know, it's up in the sky and I got a complete loss of connection, and the remote, so on my phone, it went black. And that is kind of freaky. I gotta tell you that it's a bit scary when you lose connection. Thankfully, it went kind of in auto mode and pretty much went back to where I was, which wasn't even that far, but eventually regained connection. So this went fine because I was kind of on open field. But think about it if you've been flying in areas where you might have object in your vicinity. I don't know how I would feel about it coming back on auto mode. You might hit something on the way back. And so finally, I did try the Mavic Air as well. And I think that was kind of, for me, a great balance because the size was kind of what I was looking for. I really don't want to have to drag another bag just to bring a drone. So in my camera bag, I can fit this drone and all my other video equipment, everything in one bag. This drone is as stable as the two other. It will be able to even fly in a high wind situation and stay really stable, which is awesome. But similar to the DJI Spunk, it runs on Wi-Fi, and you will have issues with interference. And that was honestly something that was kind of a big drawback for me, and kind of bummed me out because you just, fly this thing, and if you're in any areas where, there's houses and whatnot, you will not necessarily lose completely the connection, but it's gonna start to become jittery and the feed is gonna start to be inconsistent, and that's not really pleasant. I mean, when you're just flying, you're looking for that sense of robustness, and you want your feed to be stable so that you're not thinking about, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose this drone. That's really something that's kind of annoying when it's always in the back of your head that, I might, lose the connectivity. So there's definitely one thing you can do is in the remote, you can actually set manually the frequency and the channel. They can help you pick the right one, but even by doing that, you still end up sometimes with interference issues, and it kind of like takes away from the experience, I would say. So as a conclusion, those 3 drones are all amazing, and it really depends on what you're looking for. I would say that going with a Mavic Pro or Mavic Pro 2 would be more for people looking to be able to go farther away and still, maintaining a strong connection. People also that do not mind having a larger drone and, maybe meaning having to bring another backpack with you. That the Spunk and the Mavic would be more for people that are looking to just take off and really kind of stay in the vicinity. You're not really looking to go anywhere far. You just want to stay in the vicinity, take some footage around you, and that's enough for you. And you're also looking for something that has a really small form factor. So honestly, between the Spunk and the Mavic Air, I would say that it's really just a matter of like what your budget is. But I would think that either of those would get the job done. I included some footage in this video. You got to see what the footage was looking like, and honestly, any of those drones will provide great footage and good enough footage that you will be pleased with it. I hope you guys found that video valuable. Let me know what you think. DJI keeps coming up with new drones every so often, every 6 months to a year, so let's see. I'm really thinking that we were gonna get the best of both worlds into getting a small drone with a really stable connectivity. That's my guess. We'll see when that comes out, but for now, I think that, depending on what you're looking for, any of those drones might be able to fit your needs. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.